good, y'all? All glory to the one true God. Welcome back to another story time. And as y'all can see, I ain't really posted a story time since I literally haven't posted video since December 31st of 2022. You feel what I'm saying? They had a whole lot of stuff that was going on in my life, like back in like early 2023. And it really only lasted for like a month and a half for real. But you know, after that was going on, I really wasn't up to it, you know what I'm saying? But we back to it though. And that's a story time that's gonna come later, but what was going on then, but we back at it now. So today's story time is the time I almost failed the 4th grade, son. Because how it happened was just so sad. It was just so unfortunate how it almost happened. Bro, I'm gonna end up telling y'all. So let's jump straight into it. Back in 2007. So I'm not sure how this works in like other states because I ain't never lived in the other state outside Louisiana, but I'm not sure how it worked. But I know for sure in Louisiana, we had to take this standardized testing called the I-Leap and LEAP test. Now the difference was the I-Leap test, if I remember correctly, the I-Leap test was the one that you didn't have to pass. You had to take the standardized testing, but you didn't have to pass it. Now the LEAP test, that was the one that you had to pass, and you only had to pass it in the 4th and 8th grade. You feel me? But at the time, I thought you had to pass both, because when I was in the 3rd grade the year previous, I didn't pass the I-Leap test, and I ended up having to go to summer school, right? So I'm already 0-1. I'm shook. So now it's the 4th grade, right? So now I'm in the grade where I gotta pass it. So with the standardized testing, it's all week. You know what I'm saying? It's all week. So you don't do no type of classwork. You come in, it's super quiet, it's tense because like you gotta pass the exam, everybody know. So it's tense. You get in there, you sit down, they give you all your stuff. You know, the teacher pass out everything. She goes to the front of the class, she tell you the rules. Then she say, all right, cool, the time will start, work. And it's a different subject each day. So the actual thing, like, even though there was 5 subjects on there that you had to take an exam on, you only had to pass 2. ELA, you know, English, and math. That's the only 2 that you had to pass. And it was basically 5 grades you can get. It was unsatisfactory, approaching basic, I think good, and then excellent. I don't remember the top 2. I never got them. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I never got the top 2, but I know for sure I remember the unsatisfactory, the approaching basic, and the basic. So she tell us to start. And I'm just like, so you know when you look at a test and you like, you know what I'm saying? There's sometimes when you just like, bro, I know I failed. And then sometimes it's like, all right, let's just take it slow. So I took it slow. But as I'm going on, I'm feeling like I'm hitting it. I feel like I'm hitting everything. I feel like I'm hitting all the right answers. I feel like I'm just zooming through it. The math, whatever. I'm not saying I got all of them right, but I was like, I at least got an A or a B on it for sure. If we was grading like with the regular grading scale, I at least got an A or a B. I'm feeling good. And then, you know, I'm zooming through the math. And then the next day we get to the ELA. And the ELA, you always had to write an essay. You never had like any type of other work. You always had to write an essay, right? I wrote a story, right? So I wrote the story, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like Shakespeare for real. Yeah. Cause I'm like, bro, I'm really writing down this story. I'm being super creative. I'm feeling good. I got all the grammar and punctuation right. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was really zooming through it. I'm thinking like these people gonna look at this. This is really what I'm thinking at the time. I'm like, bro, I'm thinking these people gonna look at this. They're gonna be like, You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking they gonna look at this about to be good, son. I'm feeling confident. I'm zooming through it. It started off shaky because I'm looking at it like, but then when I just got to going, I felt good. Now, the whole week over, right? Like I said, you only had to pass the math and the ELA. So after the ELA, you know, we just flying through it, right? So that week passed, and I remember correctly, it's like a month will pass, and then the testing results will come back. So the testing results come, not everybody tense, right? Everybody tense. Because it's like, bro, like I said, like I told you earlier, you gotta pass this to get to the next grade. So the teacher got all like the envelopes with all our test scores. She passed it out to everybody in the class. You can't open it until she passed it out to everybody. And then she'll tell you when you can. So she finally passed it out to everybody. She gets to the front of the class. She's like, all right, open it. So everybody, all you hear is like a huge rip because everybody ripping it at the same time. So we all opening up our stuff. And I open up mine. And I see something I don't want to see. So I look at it. So all I'm looking at is just the math and the ELA. So I look at the math. And I look at the ELA. I got approaching basic in both. And for y'all that for y'all that don't know, you need basic or higher to pass. I got approaching basic. I didn't pass. I'm looking at it, bro. I'm in the 4th grade. How old was I? 9 years old? I'm just looking at the papers. Like I told y'all earlier, but like I already took the exam earlier, so I was already shook. You know what I'm saying? I'm already on one, and I had to go to summer school that last summer because I didn't pass it. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to summer school. And I'm just like, I'm had to go to summer school again? That's really all I'm worried about. Like for real, to be honest with you, I'm like, bro, another month of my summer is being taken away, and I gotta retake this exam. And I'm just like, I'm sad, bro. I'm so hurt right now. I'm so hurt. Now, this is a class of 30, bro. This is a class of 30 kids, and now we all get out. It seemed like majority of the class was happy, right? And I'm just one of the ones that's just like, I flopped. We go to lunch, and this is how you know I was hurt. Because when you in elementary school, bro, that's the best part of school, recess. And if you say anything else, what's going on with you? Now, if you say gym, all right, cool. But recess, you got a little bit more freedom. You know what I'm saying? So gym is understandable, but if you say anything else outside of recess and gym, what you doing for real? So you knew I was hurt because after recess, after lunch, and we went to recess, I didn't even go out there to play. I was like, bro, I don't deserve to play. Did I just fail that exam, that state exam? I didn't go to recess. I went straight back to the classroom just to sit in the dark because she used to turn off the lights. I went straight back to the classroom just to sit in the dark and look at my paper just like. I'm looking at it hard, like I know if I look at it hard enough, then my score gonna change. That's not gonna happen. But I'm staring at it like I believe that's gonna happen. So I'm just staring at it just like, there's just no way that I failed. There is no way that I failed. There's just no way. I was so hurt that I went around all the other kids. I went to every other single kid's desk. And I just started looking at their paper. I started snatching up their papers and I just looking at it. Pass. Looking at it. Pass. Looking at it. Pass. Looking at it. Pass. But I'm like, I'm low-key, because at this point, I'm looking at, bro, am I the only one that failed? Like I said, there's a class of 30 kids. So far, it's looking like I'm the only one that failed. I'm like, there is no way. There is no way, right? So I'm looking at all the kids. Majority passed, right? And there was like 2 others that didn't pass. So 27 out of 30 kids passed. Only 3 failed, and I was one of the 3. You know how small of a percentage that is? That's like, let's do the math real quick. 27. That's a 90 percentile. That's an A. That's only like a 10% chance you fall. It's the chance you fall in that 10%. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I fell into it. I'm like, I failed. It would happen to me. But this what made it worse, bro. Really locking y'all. This what made it worse. So I went back to my chair. So now I'm low-key coming to terms with it, but I'm still obviously I'm still hurt. But so I look at the scoring range, right? Because it low-key at the end of the I believe at the bottom or like on the back of the page, it shows you their scoring range. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how like a 70 to a 79, that's a C. That's kind of how it was for like how they graded it. So I look at the scoring range and then I look at my score that I got. Y'all tell me why I failed that test by 1 singular point. Let that sink in. I failed that exam by 1 singular point. The other 2 that failed, they failed. They failed for real. I failed too, but they failed for real. I failed by one point. See, now to me, that's petty. And you know that's petty. You couldn't have given me that 1 point? Was it that serious? Like, this 1 point. I don't think I can do it. I don't think he's really ready for it for real. I don't think he's really ready because he should have to earn that point. Just give me the point. Just round it up. You gonna take it. So now you finna take a month of my summer away. I'm hurt, y'all. I'm so hurt. That made it even worse. I was low-key, like, coming to terms with it. Then I found out I failed by 1 point. That's just petty. You couldn't give me that point. So now my summer gone because of 1 point. 1 point, 1 month of my summer. At this point, fast forward a little bit because nothing really happened during the summer school, right? I just had to, I really had to lock back in because at this point, this is my second chance. You know what I'm saying? This is my only other chance. You know what I'm saying? If I fail this second time, I'm repeating the 4th grade. And I can't let that happen. I can't even fathom. I can't even think of me having to repeat the grade, bro. That's too embarrassing. I could never do that. So I'm locking in, bro. I'm locking in, right? So I take the exam, boom. So now, like I said, it always takes a little bit of time. Now, obviously during the summer, you got to hurry to get the grade, the grades back so they can know what's going on. So it's not gonna take a month. I'd say it probably took about a week or 2, right? So I'm not sure why it was so dramatic. I have no idea why it was so dramatic when it was getting my exam, but we didn't get it because summer school ended, because summer school was only a month. It was all that June, then it was over after that. So we was at home, summer school over, and we just waiting for our tests back, our test exam back, right? Our test scores back. And I'm really just looking for real, and I'm just like, when is it gonna come? When is it gonna come? Right? So we got it. So it came through in a fax. So we all surrounding the printer waiting for it. Wait for my test results, right? We start hearing that thing crank up. We like, ooh, bro, here it is. Here it is. Like I said, bro, if I fail, I gotta repeat the 4th grade. And I cannot deal with that embarrassment. You can't make me do it. So obviously I'm gonna have to do it because, but just really by a point though. But all right. So we waiting for it. And then it starts printing out, yo. I get my results. I passed. I got basic. I'm like, I don't care. Just let me get to the next grade. You know what I'm saying? Because not only did you have to pass with that exam, you got to pass grade-wise too. So you got to have good grades and you got to pass with the state exam. So I already passed grade-wise. I just got to pass with the exam. You know what I'm saying? You got to do 2 things and you got to do both. And it's just like, come on now, bro. So I ended up passing, y'all. Goodness. But it was so dramatic because we just waiting for it. And we just, out the blue, we just start cranking up. And we just waiting for it to print all the way out so we can see. And I end up passing, y'all. Your boy was scared. It almost had me. But your boy passed. So, y'all, that's basically it, man. Like I said, bro, really by 1 point, they could not have given me that 1 point. And any of y'all test takers, if y'all remember my name, you down bad for that, for real. You down bad. But anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening to my story times, y'all. I hope y'all keep God first over anyone and anything. And I hope y'all come back for the next story time. Peace. And we upload.